Hey, how goes it? I'm pretty good. It's been a long day, but a good day. The weather's nice. It's springtime, baby. How y'all doing? Are you ready for these unpopular opinions? I mean, I'm going to basically be reacting to your unpopular opinions cuz I'm lazy and my entire channel is basically unpopular opinions. So, now it's your turn. My hula hoop in the background's kind of bothering me, but I'll just pretend it's not there for now. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, guys. Guys, can you believe we're almost at 50K? We're like 500 subscribers away from 50,000. That's crazy. Should I do a 50K subscriber special? I don't know what I should do, but like, if you guys want me to do it, I'll do it. Unpopular opinion. I'm greater than every other YouTuber. You might be right on that one. I posted something on Instagram the other day where I was like, oh, I'm the greatest YouTuber of all time. And the fact that so many people were like, yes. I was like, what if I just made narcissism my brand? Like, that'd be kind of sick. Because then when someone tries to cancel me, they are like, oh, like, she's a narcissist. She's so full of herself. It's like, yeah, she knows. Might as well. Okay, it looks like you guys are already sending me some, so I guess I'll just get right into it. Hula hoop as you read unpopular opinions. I would totally do it, but there's not enough space in here. Watch, it's gonna be a disaster. Ooh. This thing is way too big. Okay. Like, no, that's not gonna work. I tried. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Kids, the Black Lives Matter organization should not be grouping us with the LGBTQ group. Do they do that? I mean, I guess it's like, oh, intersectionality, but like, yeah, it would probably be easier to focus on one thing at a time. Just because your parents are black doesn't mean you're 100% black. Okay, that makes no. So I'm not 100% black. I don't really get that one. Sorry. Money can buy happiness. I agree. Like, okay, money isn't going to solve all your problems. Like, if you're deeply insecure as a human being, money isn't really going to fix that. I mean, you could like buy surgery and shit, but I think money does buy happiness because as someone who has been broke as fuck for like the past couple years, making money off of YouTube makes me happy. It makes life so much easier because you don't have to worry, oh, am I going to eat today? How am I going to be able to afford like this doctor's appointment? Like, you know what I mean? So I think it can buy happiness. It can buy comfort, and that's important. It's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Like at the bottom, it's like shelter, food, water, and how do you get that? Oh, money. So I don't think Harry Styles is overhyped. Y'all are just mad. Yeah, Harry Styles is cool. Adele would be hella annoying if she was consistent. I agree with Cardi B when she says she does music for adults and not kids. You know how people went off. Oh yeah, that was really stupid. Like, it's like, okay, so every R-rated film that exists like shouldn't be made because kids might see it. Like, okay. You can't be white passing and suddenly claim to blackness. What do you mean? Having a racial preference when dating is fine to an extent. Let's talk about this one. Um, okay, so there's like, I personally never got the racial preference thing. Like, I don't care what race you are. I date all colors of the I date all colors of the rainbow. Um, but I've met people who are like, oh, like I won't date a white person. And that is a racial preference, I guess, but it's like different than being like, oh, I don't date black girls, because it's like, okay, well, why? Because they're black. Like, you can't really give like a legitimate reason, because not every black person, not every Asian person, etc., has the same personality. That's why I never got it. It's like, oh shit, it really just depends. It really just depends on who they are as a person. But if you're a person of color and you don't like dating white people, like, that's your prerogative. I don't have a problem with dating white people. I feel like, especially as black women, we shouldn't like cut ourselves off from anyone who isn't black, because I feel like that just makes dating even harder. Like, you know what I mean? Um, Sweater vests are ugly, and skinny jeans are not old / out of fashion. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on that. I don't really wear skinny jeans though. Like, it's got to have a nice flare at the very least. But I don't like baggy jeans either. Like, I like a nice fit and flare. You don't need to be gripping my ankles hardcore. Anyway, pretty privilege exists for black girls, but it depends on where you live. That's an interesting point. I can get that, because like, I feel like here in New York City, I get treated a lot better. Like, I wasn't treated badly in my hometown, but I feel like I'm just more appreciated like as a person here. Um, so yeah, I see what you mean. It's wrong to break up with a trans person if you want children. Okay. Underage girls get catcalled more than you when you turn 18. I don't think that's, yeah, unpopular statement. I mean, yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. Personally, that wasn't my experience, but I've heard a lot of people say that. Being pretty is like a VIP entrance to life, low key. But yeah, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion. And obviously I would agree with that, because I talk about pretty privilege a lot. Black YouTubers / creators deserve so much better, and people should just stop focusing on influencers, support black creators. Is that an unpopular opinion? People should just stop focusing on influence and support black creators. I mean, the thing is, like, black creators just want to be seen as creators, not black creators. Like, oh, we should only like watch black creators, which I don't think that's what you were saying. But like, saying that, it's like, all right, like, I'm glad that y'all want to support us, but we just want to be seen as creators and YouTubers, not black YouTubers. Like, oh, you should watch us because we're black. It's like, you should watch us because we make good content, you know? You know? Do you think it's bad if white people use the braids you have? Like faux locks or just braids in general? Um, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just like, wouldn't it hurt? Like, would it not hurt? Would your hair not fall out? Because every time I see a white girl get braids, her hair falls out. Oh my god, this fucking light. Thank you for the Thank you for the $20, Raquel. That is so generous of you. Did you ask a question or did you just donated? Okay. Huh? Trans women aren't women and that's okay. Please elaborate. Psy was the gateway to K-pop music. No, dead ass. He really was. If one watches and supports someone's art just because they're black, it's racist. I wouldn't say it's racist, but it's like not. How do I explain this? It's not racist, but it's like, why does my race have to come first? Like, that's the whole point of like dismantling white supremacy is like, my race shouldn't come first as a person. I should just be able to be me and not it be like all about race. Anyway, enough race questions. We get it. I'm not a Republican, but Biden supporters can be annoying. I'm going to direct this question in a different way, or a statement, whatever. I in my video notes ideas, I have liberals are just as conservative as actual conservatives, or something like that. Because, listen, I'm not trying to be one of those like, oh, liberals are annoying, because I mean, I'm liberal, but it's like, listen, if we can't have different thoughts, if we can't expand our minds and think differently than each other, then we're just as bad as the conservatives, because conservatives have a conservative way of thinking. They have a narrow view on the world and they think what they believe in is right and that's it. But it's like liberals do the same shit. It's like, oh, well, if you're not like a pro intersectional all lives or not all like Black Lives Matter feminist who thinks that fat or health is at every size, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, we can have these discussions and still like respect each other and not be like, oh, well, you're fucking anti fat people, racist, fat phobic, xenophobic. It's like, okay, like, relax, like, I'm just trying to talk. My next video is going to be about trigger warnings, and I can already see the comments rolling in, and so many people who I like know in real life, who I follow on Instagram, or who don't know me at all, I just know they're going to be like bothered by that video. And it's like, people are automatically going to assume that I am like ableist or like insensitive to people who have trauma, because I don't think that trigger warnings are like useful in any way. So popular pinning your hat is cute. Thank you. Self-expression is a privilege that we grant ourselves once we're ready to stand on our own. I like that. Why do people buy Biden or Trump merch or whatever? I don't understand buying stuff for someone who will be gone in like 5 years. Honestly, the whole concept around buying political merch is a very weird thing to me. Like, do other countries do that? If there's any non-Americans in the chat who follow politics in your country, like, do people do that? Because I feel like that has to be like an American thing, especially with the whole Trump shit. Like, I've never seen so many people buy political gear until Trump became a president. Because obviously, being a Trump supporter is more than just being like, oh yeah, I voted for this guy. It's like a whole statement. It's a whole movement. So, yeah. Health at every size is a myth. Yeah, it's an American thing. Yeah, nobody, literally everyone's like, no one does that outside of the US. Yep. There you go. Yeah. It's just an American thing. Why are we like this? Trigger warning. Oh, I'm so sorry. This fucking lamp. I need to like do something. Okay, 1 second. We're gonna fix this. Oh, damn. The chat is popping off. I feel like Hassan Piker. Okay. Oh, okay. One of these days, I will have a professional live stream setup and, it'll be seamless. But until then, it's a little ratchet, and that's okay. It's part of my charm. Unpopular. Oh, shit. Oh, I wanted to read that and it just disappeared. Unpopular opinion, the term misogyny is thrown around way too often. Yeah. I think there are a lot of terms that are just thrown around way too often. What the fuck? Why? I wasn't having this problem before. I was not having this problem before. All right. Okay. It's just whenever I touch my computer, that's when things happen. Tampons and pads should be free. No, actually though, like I was thinking this the other day because I was on my period and I ran out of tampons and I was like, fuck, like I'm literally erupting right now from my vagina and I can't do anything about it. Like I went to Target and got some, but like I wish they offered them for free. Like they don't have to be all like beautiful and soft or whatever. Like they can just be run of the mill like basic tampons, but like can I please? Like, I didn't choose this. I didn't choose this. I can't take TikTokers seriously. It depends on the TikToker. Some of them are really funny, and some of them offer like real valid information. But the ones that are famous, I don't know. Some women don't even. Okay, yeah. David Dobrik is not funny, needs to be canceled. Well, I think you're in the majority with that one. People need to stop giving Trisha Paytas attention. The more you talk about her, the more popular she gets. No offense, but I think she's hilarious. Like, I know she's done problematic things, and I don't say she's a role model, but the Frenemies podcast is so funny. Like, their dynamic is something I've truly never seen before. And the way they feed off of each other is just, it's like some of the best entertainment I've seen on this platform in a long time. Being queer is not a personality trait, and companies like Netflix should give queer characters more depth than just being the gay friend. Dude! Yes. I say this shit all the time. Like, being queer, being like any sort of minority, like, is not a personality trait. But I feel like in the LGBT community, it's really, like, common. And I went through the same thing. Like when I first discovered that I like girls, I was like, oh my God, like everything is gay. Like if you have a clear, oh shit, why do I keep doing that? Oh my God. Like, oh, if you have a fucking, if you use these pencils, then you're gay. It's like, okay. Like, haha. Sometimes those jokes are funny, but it's also like, I feel like some people, like, they're like, they find a tiny sliver, a little sparkle of gay in them, a little rainbow sparkle roaming around in their body. And they're like, yes, I'm a minority. And now I can make everything about being gay. It's like, all right, we get it. You want to be special. You want to stand out from the crowd. I understand, but like, okay. Being straight and being heterosexual are different things. Please elaborate on that. Yes, I think it's really common, especially among white people, as they crave the idea of being a minority. Dead ass. It's always the white gays, bro. It's always the white gays. It's always the bisexual white girls who like just kissed a girl for the first time at a college party off the White Claw, and they're like, "Oh my god, like I'm so gay." Like I've met so many girls in high school who like want to be bisexual so badly, but the idea of like even looking at a vagina terrifies them, and it's like, okay, not to gatekeep like queerness, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Why is being LGBTQ a trend? Part of it, I think, is just that people are more open about their sexuality. Like, there are a lot of gay people, and there have been a lot of gay people, but now it's just more open. But I do think there are some people, mostly in like the Gen Z category, who like low key just like want to be gay and like profit off of the trends that come with being gay a little bit, you know? Yeah, it's not a trend, it's just being normalized. Popular opinion, Madison is gonna hit 100K by next month. Wouldn't that be fucking cool? I doubt it. But that'd be cool. Dude, I had 1,000 subscribers in January, and now we're almost at 50K. So cool. I have been slowing down though. I had like a peak in March, and now it's kind of slowing down a bit, which is fine. Like what goes up must come down. But I'm not gonna lie, like I was like, damn, I'm not hitting one of 10 like I used to. It's okay. I'm sure I'm sure the algorithm will pick me back up again. instead of instead of being mad at someone's opinion and calling them insults, be mature and try to change their mind if you care so much. Yeah, it's like people are like, "Oh, you're wrong and this is homophobic, whatever, transphobic, racist." And it's like, "All right, why don't you like try and like just say like, "Hey, this is wrong because of this." Like actually this like maybe like I mean obviously if someone's being hateful it's like okay well I shouldn't have to like educate them and stoop to their level, but it's like there are some people who are just straight up ignorant, and like on the off chance that they are willing to learn, just like say it in a like regular way, like just be regular about it, or you could just be like I don't care about that person, moving on. Like you could just move on, save your energy. Black people can be racist. Black people can be racist. Black people can be racist. People need to stop thinking that the entire New York State looks like Times Square. God, I would kill myself if it did. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. But yeah, no one really goes to Times Square unless they like to suffer. Midwestern accents are the worst. Honestly, I don't really hear a lot of Midwestern accents. I grew up on the East Coast, so yeah. Is New York diverse outside of New York City? I don't think so. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just white people outside of New York City. Um, it's Keisha put your channel link in her bio. Yeah, I saw that. I meant to comment on the video, but I didn't finish it, so I didn't want to say anything without watching the whole thing. Netflix isn't that good anymore. It honestly isn't. Like, they've been lacking with that selection. HBO Max is pretty good, though. person who said genders don't exist, please elaborate. Yeah, please do. The thing is, like, people are like, "Oh, gender is a social construct, like, it's not real." And, like, okay, yeah, I guess, but, like, no, at the same time, like, sex and gender are different, right? But they do have overlap. And so, like, what do you mean gender doesn't exist? Like, we're not all just walking around, like, just blank. Like, gender is real as long as we make it real, and gender expression is a real thing. And, like, there are things that are inherently female and inherently male. And like, okay, people are like, "Oh, like, there there's no gender," but it's like there's a difference between men and women. Like, not even from, like, a gender standpoint, but, like, from, like, a sex standpoint. Men like, testosterone affects you differently than estrogen. Women have certain traits that are biological. It has nothing to do with, like, sexism or, like, misogyny. It's just, like, how we're genetically wired. I don't understand why we can't be like men and women are different. Like, there are literal differences between them. That's why there's different names for them. That's why we have different parts. Like, anyway, um, if someone is being problematic, don't okay, we kind of covered that. I know that this is not a question, but I just want to thank you for helping me. Your content opened up my eyes to new perspectives. Your talks about body image helped me through a rough time. You're welcome. I'm glad to hear it. I do like it when people say that because, like, obviously I want to help people. And the fact that my videos are like actually it's just a nice reminder because, you know, like every other person on the internet, sometimes you can get caught up in the bullshit and like the negative shit. So seeing that people are like actually being genuinely helped by this stuff is makes me feel good inside. Most hate towards women comes from other women. Hey, I didn't say it. You did. Yeah, honestly, whenever I get a hate comment, it's usually from a girl. And, like, you can kinda tell too, even if they don't have a profile picture. It's just like men and women speak a bit differently, and I can just tell. Anyway, um, like, if a guy's if a guy gives me a hate comment, it's usually like, "Oh, like, you're" I don't even know because I don't really get a lot of hate comments from men, but it's usually, like, probably something really stupid, like, "Oh, you're ugly." But with women, it's like they like to pick apart literally every little thing, and it's like, "Okay, thanks." Um, okay, Natty, I get it. You wanna smush your face in a vagina, but you don't wanna look them in the eyes. I don't know what you want me to say to that. Unpopular opinion, feminism has been ruined by sexist women that hate men and don't care about equality. Half of feminists don't even know what feminism is. I wish that feminism wasn't so centered around men. Like, we like to pretend that it's not, but it so is. It's like I hate men. Now let's talk about feminism. It's like, I don't want to talk about men. I would like to talk about women since that's what feminism is about. And hating men isn't like actually doing anything. It just makes you angry and sad. It's like, yeah, the fact that we need feminism and the fact that the patriarchy exists already upsets me. And I know the patriarchy is from men, but it's like, I don't need to like actively hate every single man that I see or interact with or know personally just because they're a man. I hate shitty men. I wouldn't even use hate because it's like I have no feelings towards them. It's like, yes, it disgusts me when I see another story about like a woman being attacked by a man, but it's like the opposite of love, or the opposite of hate is not love, it's apathy. So I'd rather be apathetic, you know? You know? Okay. People use their zodiac signs to justify bad behavior. Yeah, they do be doing that sometimes. The term pick me girl is so stupid. Like, can we just stop putting each other down? Honestly, there are some pick me girls who deserve to be put down. I'm sorry. Like, some of them are so annoying, but I don't know. I feel like whenever women criticize other women, it's like, you're pitting women against each other. It's like, nah, bro. We're just saying like what you're doing is really dumb and you should stop. What is the super straight trend? Patriarchy harms men too. Exactly. Like, the patriarchy is the reason why toxic masculinity exists, and men are not benefiting from that. They're actually being harmed from it because they have this idea in their minds that to be masculine means that you don't show emotion and you're just this tough guy all the time. And that's why the leading cause, I'm pretty sure the leading cause in death in men for men is suicide, or like men are way more likely to commit suicide than women. Like, the mental health for men is like so neglected, and it's because of these like weird ideas we have about masculinity. Companies like YouTube shouldn't have the right to take away people's rights to share their opinions unless they're causing credible threat. Dude, TikTok is like the worst with that shit. Y'all saw my video about TikTok. I shared my opinion and my video got taken down. Wasn't harming anyone, wasn't bullying anyone, but it got taken down. To be honest, I think the patriarchy only benefits the rich. The average man and woman don't get anything out of it, even by conforming. Interesting take. I can kind of see what you mean, but I would like you to elaborate more on that because that's an interesting statement. How to talk about patriarchy in a job interview? I don't know. Why would you want to bring up patriarchy in a job interview? Can we guess your zodiac sign? LOL, I'm curious. Thanks for the $5. If you want to. People always do this to me. Like, Does it make a difference? Like, you guys can kind of pick up on my personality to a certain extent. Someone guessed my Myers-Briggs to a T. I was like, dude, how did you do that? Like, did you just clock me so easily? Also, when people guess my zodiac sign, they always guess it wrong. Trans women should be able to compete against biological women in sports. Um, I honestly can't speak on that because I'm not trans and I don't really know. I really don't know. Um, okay, some of you guys are actually getting it right. Sex work shouldn't be shamed, but it shouldn't be glamorized either. It should be treated like any other job, acknowledging both pros and cons. I fucking agree. I feel like sex work is becoming glamorized. It's like, why can't we just fucking be normal? Like, can't we just be like balanced? It's like something is either super stigmatized or it's like super glamorized in order to destigmatize it. And it's like, all right, okay, like these extremities are an issue. I'm taking this hat off. Ah. Bet you didn't know there was a bandana underneath. But yeah, like I see so many people on TikTok like glamorizing it and like all these young girls are getting into sex work. It's not just this fun little thing that has no consequences. Like, yeah, if you want to do sex work, then you have every right to. And I also think that there should be like more laws to protect sex workers, but it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna show my tits on the internet and make like $100,000 in a month and then like everything's perfect. Like, or if you're meeting up with sugar daddies, oh my god. All these young kids out here trying to get sugar daddies. I'm like, girl, you're literally 16. Like, you have a history quiz next period. Like, you need to relax. Sports don't have anything to do with gender. Why don't we take gender out of it and actually deal with the matters of sports skill level? Well, the thing is, like, men are biologically stronger than women. Like, I would not want to compete against a bunch of dudes like in football. Like, it's like dangerous. Unpopular opinion, there's a lot of ducks outside my home and it is annoying as hell. Are they like quacking? I kind of like ducks. A lot of ducks. I'm just imagining like a herd of ducks just like on your front lawn, like, hey. Not everyone can mentally handle sex work. I know I couldn't. Like, imagine like you're just having a really bad day. You know, you had a fight with your mom. Uh, your cat is sick. I don't know. She's throwing up everywhere. Your car is a flat tire, and then you're like, oh fuck, I have to go masturbate. I have to go squirt in my camera for like 20 minutes. Like, I'm not in the mood. Imagine like the sex workers is like, I'm just having a really shitty day. I don't know, like, I don't know, like my therapist won't answer her phone, and then you like squirt everywhere and you start crying. Like, that sounds terrible. How can you force yourself to come if you're in a bad mood? It's in nature of humanity to struggle with the concept of nuances. Okay. Um, I think the same glamorization is happening with mental illness. The amount of people talking about it so casually, like, this is something that is negatively affecting you. Why are you making it quirky? Why are you making it quirky? And also, just because you have like traumatic experiences, it doesn't mean I want to hear about it. Like, yeah, we're all fucked up in the head. We all have, you know, issues, but it doesn't mean you need to tell me about the time your cousin Tommy groped you in fourth grade. Like, I really don't want to know, and I don't care, and I didn't need to know that. It's like people don't understand. Like, you may also have, like, you may have trauma, and the person who you're talking to may also have similar trauma, and they just don't want to hear it. And like, fuck them having trauma or not, like, that is like a really jarring thing to hear. And I like, you don't need to like just talk about your trauma all the time. Like, save it for your therapist, please. Or like, if somebody actually brings it up or asks, like, okay, that's one thing, but you don't need to just like, swing it around like a fucking keychain or something. Like, oh yes, my badge of honor, I have trauma. I find it hard to believe that there are at least 1,000 ducks. I was thinking maybe like 20 to 30. 1,000? Okay. Stop capping. Who's flexing their abortion on TikTok? People deal with trauma differently. I mean, yeah, but you don't need to like put it all on like one like, people deal with trauma differently. Yeah, people deal with trauma with alcohol and drugs too. That doesn't mean it's like a healthy thing to do. Like, I think if we're gonna talk about mental health, like, it should actually be a constructive conversation. It's like, okay, here's how to deal with your trauma in a healthy way that isn't damaging to you or other people. TikTok, TikTokers don't deserve to be called celebrities nor influencers. Overall, I don't think any of them deserve the fame. Like, imagine asking one of them why they are famous. When you say TikTokers, I'm assuming you mean like Charlie D'Amelio and like Addison Rae and shit. Um, I mean, they kind of are. Like, some, like, Charlie D'Amelio is kind of a celebrity though. Like, she's pretty fucking famous. Whether you think she should be or not is a different discussion, but she kind of is a celebrity. But it's like, celebrities in general shouldn't be like the pinnacle of human existence. It's like, oh, they shouldn't be celebrities. Well, why do we care that they're celebrities anyway? You know? Minute Maid lemonade makes my throat hurt. Vans suck. I think Vans are okay. Opening up about trauma to cope in a healthy way and trauma dumping are two different things. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Ariana Grande is overrated and her music isn't that good. I disagree. Um, People should spend less time on social media. Yeah, I feel like we've been saying that forever, but do we? No, not really. um, None of these are actually unpopular opinions. Seems like regurgitated Twitter. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to do it. Someone was like, "Oh, you should do unpopular opinions," but whenever I watch them, it's always like, "Women deserve rights." It's like, yeah, okay, yes, I think that's pretty um common knowledge here, but yeah, whatever. You, even your voice remind me of Billie Eilish. You know, I've gotten that a couple times, and I don't know if this is the same person saying it, but thank you. I mean, she's really cool. Like, she's funny. She's a good singer. So, thanks. Speaking of Billie Eilish, you should go peep my Irish, my Billie Eilish cover on my second channel. It'd be funny if they're like, "You look like Billie." Yes, I do. I look like a Caucasian woman. I'm just kidding. Um, I see it now. Okay, everyone's saying I sound like Billie Eilish or remind them of Billie Eilish. Why? Like, what is what is it? Billie Irish. uh, Sandrina's still going on about these damn ducks. Like, do you need to call animal control? I'm invested in this. Fuck these opinions. Oh my god. That's funny. Being self-deprecating is too normalized and it's kind of unhealthy. I agree. I think I said that in one of my videos or podcasts. I have no idea. Unpopular opinion, women are people too. I disagree. British people don't exist, period. Um, the "Did you eat today" trend on TikTok is not helpful to people with eating disorders. I've never heard of that. Your vibe is so similar to Zendaya and Billy. I swear I've been. I mean, listen, Zendaya is amazing, and all these people I'm about to name are amazing, but I feel like I've been compared to like every famous black woman, and it's so funny. It's like I'm just multiple people. But no, thank you. They seem really nice, chill. Chill. I'm so chill, bro. Unpopular opinion, England is a continent. Okay. They wish. Marriage is overrated. Low key though. Low key. It's just mad outdated for real. There's no point in the royal family for real. Ew, someone said Billy's mixed. Billy's new music is quite boring. I said was what I said. Okay, the thing is like I respect Billie Eilish as an artist, but a lot of her songs kind of sound the same, and I really hate it when people say that. It's like, oh, like this album, all the songs sound the same. It's like, no, you listened to the album 24 hours ago, and you just don't know how to listen to music. But yeah, I'm excited for her new era. She dyed her hair blonde, so maybe she's gonna have a different sound. That would be cool. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really like I've never been like a diehard Billie fan, but I do enjoy some of her songs, and I enjoy her as a person. I think she's very funny. She's a smart lady, good singer. Okay. Um, play some music, I would, but then YouTube is gonna come knocking on my door. Stan culture has to stop. Yeah, I feel like it's low-key unnatural or not unnatural, but it's unhealthy to be so obsessed. y'all y'all dropping these duck emojis in the chat, please. I didn't even know there was a duck emoji. Rank all Ariana Grande's albums. Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go. Listen, I'm an Ariana Grande fan, but I'm not an Arianator. If you know what I mean. Like, I've never listened to what's that fucking album where she's like sitting on the stool? My Everything. Never listened to that album. Like, I know like the hits off of it. Yours Truly actually was a bop. I remember when that album came out, I was like 12 and I loved that shit. That album was actually really good. But okay, so are we ranking in terms of like my personal taste or like artistry? Because that's like those are two different lists. You remind me of Solange and Amanda Stenberg. See? I am Amanda Stenberg, Normani, Rihanna, Beyonce, Zoe Kravitz, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Tiffany Haddish, Queen Latifah, Aaliyah. I mean, if anyone wants to call me Aaliyah, I'm fine with that. But like Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige. Bras are actually comfy. You just got to get the right fitting one. Fact. Stop shopping at Victoria's Secret, please, for the love of God. Someone said I look like Oprah. You know what? That's fine. I mean, she's not an ugly woman. People can joke about everything, but of course, read the room. Yeah, I feel like if it's funny, it's funny, and if it's not, it's not. Like, if it's funny and it's a little offensive, you can get away with it. But if it's just not funny and it's also offensive, it's like, well, you're just a dick. Sweetener is overhated. Yes, it is. Okay. Going back to the bottom. Morgan Freeman. Yes. I like that one. We all hated Sweetener at first. Now it's our fave. That's what I'm saying. Like, everyone's like, oh, Positions is terrible. It's like, okay, girl. In like 6 months, a year, you're going to be like, this is her magnum opus. She's never created anything so avant-garde and groundbreaking. Like, okay. I feel like there's two sides of the Ariana Grande fan base. Everyone who likes Dangerous Woman and before, and everyone who likes Sweetener and after. You know? Unpopular opinion, bedroom pop is terrible? I don't think so. I like bedroom pop, depending on the artist. Unpopular opinion, my wife will come back. Oof. Yeah, I can't really give insight on that one. All sides of TikTok are toxic. No, because the side of TikTok I'm on for the most part is pretty fine because it's just like people doing dumb shit. Like I try to keep my feed funny, but even then, sometimes people just take a joke and like ruin it in the comments. So I try not to look at them. I don't know why TikTok is like that. Well, I kind of do. I have a video on it actually. I love Ariana, but Arianators are toxic. Yeah, I feel like stands can really ruin shit for people. Unpopular opinion, my life is going amazing. Good for you. I'm sorry other people don't believe it. Taylor Swift's new album deserves more recognition. Didn't it win a Grammy? Fave Ariana album positions or Thank You Next. I think Thank You Next is like her best album, but I listen to Positions like every day. Not the song though. I think the song Positions is actually. Mm. People shouldn't joke about eating disorders. People shouldn't joke about eating disorders. People shouldn't joke about eating disorders. Okay, Russian fans, what's good? No government party cares about anyone or any ethnicity or people in poverty. It's all about keeping their power in society, about team up together. I think for the most part, that's true, especially in America. All of my non-American folks out there, do you feel like your government cares about you and its people? And say what country you're from. You almost at 50K subs. Congrats. Thank you. We're so close. I hope I hit it by tonight. That would be cool. But if not, tomorrow is fine too. Should I do a 50K subscriber special? UK and no Mexico. Okay, so no. Yeah. Yep. I guess you're right, dude. Governments don't give a fuck about their people, which not surprised at all, but I still wanted to get other people's perspectives because obviously as an American, I'm going to think that cuz our government could give fuck all about this state of the state of their what am I saying? The state of humanity. Come on, y'all. Let's make it spicy. Like saying unpopular opinion, but transphobes are bad is like, okay, yeah. But like actually, like, give me some. Stir the pot. People love being a show off and scar competition, constantly trying to one up others' traumatic experiences. Yes, the oppression Olympics is going strong. Fat people aren't oppressed. I actually think they are though. Cause like fat people get treated differently in this world. Like there is some form of discrimination going on there. I think sometimes they can be a little dramatic. Like the whole like fat or health at every size thing is like really bizarre to me. Um and I also think that like being fat is so over politicized. It's like telling someone like, "Hey, I think maybe your like diet is really unhealthy and it will hurt you." That's not fat phobic. It's just like being aware of health, you know? Like there's a difference between being like, "Ew, fuck you, you're fat and you deserve to die because you're fat," versus being like, "Perhaps eat a vegetable every once in a while so you don't have type 2 diabetes." Type 2 diabetes. Red pill can be good for men in some ways since it's not just about hating women. I was kind of talking about this with my friend the other day, like, if anyone out there is familiar with Shawn Lester, I used to watch her videos back in the day, and and it's like, I don't watch her anymore, but she has such an extreme way of viewing things, like, similar to, like, red pill, and my friend was like, "Shawn Lester is red pill for women," and I was like, "Ooh, that was a take," but honestly, it's kinda true. Like, I don't think red pill is entirely bad, like, there are some things in there that probably help men, but the thing is it's so extreme that it's like, "Okay, this is getting to be too much," and it's like, you should be able to, like, pick and choose, kind of, like, not throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but it's like it gets to a point where like, "Okay, I get it, I've graduated from this, I'll take the little pieces of information that I think are actually okay and just leave the rest," you know what I mean? I completely forget who our president is for a good 5 minutes. Dude, honestly, now that Trump isn't president, I, like, forget that Biden is president. Because people aren't ranting about the president on social media every 5 fucking minutes, which, you know what? I'm happy about. I don't really care about politics, so I'd rather just not think about it. America never had a good president. What is a good president? Define good president. Anyway. Florida isn't a nice place to travel to. I don't know why everyone goes there. I think it depends on the place in Florida though, because most people go to like Miami, right? I've never been to Miami, but I've been to Florida many times. McDonald's is disgusting. I had McDonald's fries today. Am I proud of it? Not really, but I did it. Unpopular opinion, politics is boring. I agree. I agree. I'm so fucking tired about talking about politics. It's either really boring or it's just like extremely upsetting. And I don't care. People who change their pronouns are just attention seekers. um, Not really. I mean, listen, I feel like most people who, like, change their pronouns, they're doing it for legitimate purposes. But going back to what I said about, like, white girls in high school being like, "I'm bisexual because I kissed a girl on the cheek when I was off the White Claws." It's like people I feel like sometimes want an identity and they don't know who they are, so they look for it in, like, gender expression or sexuality. Because I knew some people in high school who would change their pronouns and their name like every other week. And it's like, all right, if you like need to express yourself, that's fine. Like, I get it. You're having an identity journey or whatever. But it's like changing your pronouns every week kind of defeats the purpose, does it not? I don't know. Anyway, that's none of my business because I'm not trans, but whatever. Skinny girls' insecurities are way overlooked because they are considered the beauty standard. Ugh. Yes. Non-trans people putting he, him, and she, her in their bios can just like, dude, yeah. No, I agree. Like some people are like, no, like it's allyship. It's like, dude, I can tell that you're a guy. You don't have to put you don't have to put he, him pronouns. Like someone asked me what my pronouns were, and I was like, I'm glad that you're trying to respect me, but like I'm a woman. I said it. I have videos about being a woman. Like I don't know. I feel like if you're trans or if you're non-binary, it makes sense to put your pronouns in your bio. But for cis people, it's like people are allowed to assume your gender because you present as like that and you're cis. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like we get it anyway. Like you can support the trans community without putting your pronouns in your bio. Like it's like when people put Black Lives Matter in their bio. It's like that means nothing to me. No, you don't have to take you don't have to take it out of your bio. Like I don't care. I don't what the fuck does my opinion matter? Not caring about politics is a privilege. I mean, I guess. I don't really care about politics and I'm pretty disadvantaged in terms of like social hierarchy in America. Religion shouldn't exist. Why? I don't see the problem with it as long as you're not using it as a weapon. But that's not all religious people. Who is calling me right now? My mother is calling me right now. I'm not answering. I'm sorry. Someday the world should get to a point where children are raised as non-binary so they are free to decide what feels right as they grow and learn about themselves. I don't really agree with that, honestly, but I appreciate the sentiment, I guess. I feel like that would just make people even more dysphoric and confused. Like, I don't know. Feminism is white supremacy. Okay. I'm not really seeing how those align, but sure. Growing up without a gender is weird in my opinion. Why can't we just normalize it so if kids say, hey, I don't like gender, it's chill? Obesity is culturally encouraged epidemic. Being obese comes with literacy of health complications, same way smoking does. Wait, huh? Obesity is culturally encouraged epidemic. Being obese comes with a lit. I'm sorry, I'm too stupid to understand what you just said. Representation in media isn't about inclusivity, it's about marketing. Yep. White woman become feminist because they don't have any other struggle. Um Saying something is basic is dumb because like at one point everything should be basic unless there are trends, and that's okay. I feel like people overthink the whole aesthetic thing. Like just wear what you want. Like it's not that deep, and I don't care what you wear. Communism isn't a swear word. Influencers shouldn't be paid more than doctors and teachers. I think teachers should be paid more. But if I end up making more money than a doctor, I'm not I'm not gonna say shit. I'm gonna be like, yeah, sorry, I know, but I'm not gonna say no to that. But that's just on capitalism, baby. Fat shaming should be abolished. Yep, that's an unpopular opinion. Kubrick movies are kind of boring. Name a few. 2001: A Space Odyssey. I've actually never seen that movie. I've talked about it so many times in classes, but I've never seen it. Feminism and femininity can contradict. Black people should build a black utopia. Republican Party isn't even Republican anymore. Beauty is overrated. The idea of beauty as a whole is weird. To me, beauty is on the inside. I mean, physical beauty exists. Like, I think people forget that physical beauty isn't just about human beings. Like, a sunset is physically beautiful. Like, you look at it, you see it with your eyes, it's beautiful. Flowers are beautiful. I don't think beauty is overrated at all. I'm tired of opinions. Yeah, honestly, me too. Let's do something else. I'm bored. I'm tired of this. What else should we talk about? Um, do a Q&A. I mean, yeah, ask me anything. I'll answer. Well, maybe not anything, but you know. um, I don't know why, but you remind me a bit of Billie Eilish. Did you just log on? Did you just log on? Thanks. Addison Rae song. You know, I actually haven't. Dude, should I react to it right now? Because I haven't listened to it. I've seen like a couple of clips on TikTok, but obviously I'm not the biggest Addison Rae fan, so. Is it nighttime? Yes. I would show you my like view. It's not really much of a view, but I would show you the view, but I don't want to move my computer. Yeah, copyright. I mean, okay, if I react to the song, I'll just have it on I'll just listen to it in my headphones and I'll I'll just like say what I'm thinking. Assume you guys can watch along with me if you want to. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to do it. Addison Rae, Shotty the baddest. I feel like you guys asked me No! Why is the fucking why is this the thumbnail? Am I oh just kidding. It's not. It's not. It just started it just started moving. I was like, please tell me I didn't make that. Anyway, sorry. I just freaked out for no reason. Um are you going to drop out of school if you get big on here? Don't say that. Because I just might. I'm going to be one of those YouTubers who drops out of school once I hit like 100K. All right, let's listen to this fucking song, god damn it. Addison Rae. I don't even know what it's called. Obsessed. Obsessed. Do you consider yourself light brown or dark skin? I am white. Obviously. Okay, I'm watching it. Sorry. That wig. That's not her fault. They shouldn't have done that to her. Okay, this is cool. Like some of the visuals are cool and some of them are really weird. Like this is cool. Okay, so it's just like a generic pop song. Like I feel like I've heard this song before. It's not. Wait, what was that? Yeah, the wig looks really weird. Wait, what did you just do? I took a second. Oh, like, what the fuck was that? Who choreographed this? The music video was nice. The song wasn't. Yeah, like this music video has its moments. The song is boring, but Is she dancing? Yeah, she's trying her best. I don't maybe dancing isn't her strong suit. Maybe the choreographer sucks. The dancing is so aggressive for no reason. No, for real though. Everyone's saying the choreography is aggressive. It kind of is, like, it doesn't match the vibe of the song. Like, it'd be one thing if it was, like, a more, like, upbeat, like, banger, but it's like, okay. Should I finish it? Should I keep watching? It hits different on mute. Where do you think these famous TikTokers will be in 10 years? I don't think they'll be anywhere. I'm just kidding. You know what? I'm sure there will be at least one TikToker who manages to like stay relevant, because there's always that one person who like actually either has talent or knows how to stay relevant. But I think most of them are just gonna like fade away, because none of like most of them don't have like actual talent that will give them longevity in their career. In my personal onion. Hey, where's the duck girl, bro? She probably got eaten. They probably heard her talking shit, and they were like, "Quack quack, bitch. What's good?" Euph- I've already talked about Euphoria. They haven't made a new season in like 2 years. It's a good show. I like it. Ready for season 2. She said, "No, I'm still here, and they are still quacking." Damn, girl, get some noise canceling headphones. Ooh, almost took myself out. Get some noise canceling headphones. It'll save your life. Where's the podcast with Sneeko? I don't know. You tell me. Actually, I was supposed to be in his last video, the 1 minute podcast. Like, I did an interview for it, and then he said the audio got fucked up on my part, so I wasn't in it. Isn't that fucking messed up? Isn't that sad? Like, who's preying on my downfall? Sad. Being an influencer is hard because I have to deal with hate 24/7. Yeah, or you could just turn off your phone. That's what I do. Like, yeah, it sucks knowing that people are hating on my shit, but I just don't look at it. But no, it is annoying. And people don't understand, like, you're a human being too. There's a human behind the screen. People don't really get what it's like, so they just. What level of famous do you want to be? Like, how famous do you want to be? I feel like openly admitting that you want to be famous is weird, even though I've done it. Like, okay, if I were to be famous, I want it to be on the level of like Keith Stanfield or even Issa Rae, because they're like pretty well known, but only within like a certain community, the Black community in this case. But it's like they're respected for their art and they're taken seriously, but they're not like famous to the point where like they can't go to Target with and like like I would want people to know me for my work, but I don't want to be causing mobs in the middle of the street, you know what I mean? I don't have a least favorite mainstream TikToker. Famous but chill. Exactly. But like, I don't know, fame is such a weird thing. Like it's really one of those things that it's like you think it's great, but it's really not. Like obviously I don't know, but that's kind of what it sounds like. Like the only reason I would want to be famous is just so I can reach more people and like change people's lives in a positive way. And like also be recognized for my hard work. Like any artist out there wants to be recognized and wants to be able to live off of their work. Like, you know, being financially stable is a dream. And if you can do it from doing something you love, that's incredible. So, are you a senior in high school? No, I'm in seventh grade. It's okay to pour the milk first. No, it's not. Actually, it's not okay. Milk is disgusting. Like, if you drink milk, why would you do that? Were you ever scared of singing or creating YouTube? Not really. Like, I've been singing forever, so I never really had a thought in my mind to be scared of it. I mean, it is scary to post yourself singing on the internet because it's like, ooh, someone's probably gonna say some shit about me and my singing, but it is what it is. It happens to everyone. Same with YouTube. Like, people are going to make fun of you, maybe, or disagree with you, leave hate comments, but it is what it is. It's you can't escape it. Yes, I'm 13. Is that so hard to believe? Like, I'm literally 13 years old. I just got my period like 2 weeks ago. Quack quack. Isn't it iffy to make a living off of a non-essential job like art or music or acting? Like the pandemic shows us certain jobs aren't as important and you can go broke in a second. I mean, just because you've like a PhD doesn't mean you're guaranteed a job, but okay. I don't think it is. There are many ways you can make money off of art. I mean, yeah, if you're an actor right now, it kind of sucks, but that doesn't mean that every artistic job is unsustainable. Art is essential. Exactly. Like, what are people doing in their homes bored out of their minds? They're consuming art, whether it's films, movies, YouTube videos, NFTs. Like, art is everywhere. We would be nothing without it. People who hate anything mainstream are the weakest breed. I agree, because like just because it like imagine just disliking something because it's mainstream because a lot of people like it. Like people like it for a reason. There's plenty of shitty things that are mainstream, but there's plenty of good stuff out there that's not or that is mainstream. Someone asked, what art do you think has the most talent? Musicians, comedians, artists. They're different skills, so I don't think it's a matter of like who has more. They're just different. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm getting kind of sleepy. Um so yeah, see you guys later. It's been real. A lot of fun. Uh I hope you liked my last video. Did you watch it? Okay. Bye.